Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. The sun is up now. I've been putting some work in, doing what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I did a collabo with my man this morning, so this is going to be a good one. Right thinkers, mission. Whoa. Okay, yeah, excuse me. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. You got a good thing going. Let's get this party started. You see, I'm excited. Right thinking mission, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. How can I awaken them? I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I'm going to take a hit for this one. And I know every time I talk about me or what I think or how I went through whatever I went through, nobody gives a crap. So this is one of them lessons. So if you ain't into that, you might not want to turn up, stick around. But you'll find out real quick. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about how the street life was my life, my way of life, but most of my life. So I do know that. I'm gonna give you a little breakdown of that. Me and my pastor talked this morning, and he said, make sure you put in the streets of old is now the streets of gold. I like that. So, pastor, that's for you. All right, so I'm open up with the streets of old is now the streets of what I call knowledge, aka y'all religious people call it gold. Same thing, same philosophy. Whatever choice of words you use, I don't have a problem with that. But it's what you do. Okay, I just gave that lesson about understanding and misunderstanding. I'm keep educating you on what you need to know for yourself. And back in my day, in my street running days, when I was diddy bopping, okay, life, it kept it real. Okay, if you wasn't who you say you was or presented yourself to be, you weren't going to last. So that fake it till you make it philosophy would have never made it back in my day. First of all, fake, we had the Pinocchio theory. Your nose will grow. I mean, you're going to look out of place. And being fake in the streets back in my day wouldn't work. Watch this. Now, again, you're going to hear me use this, and I hate it. That my man is back in my day. Now I'm finding myself saying, back in my day. It is what it is. Back in my day. All right, here we go. But yeah, back in my day, all right, you had to be cool. Okay, and what was cool? Cool spelled with the K, not the C. Not the cigarette pack either. But yeah, cool was what? How you walked, how you dressed, how you talk, and how you act. That's cool. And if you didn't have those qualifications, you couldn't consider yourself cool. And nobody else thought you was cool either. Okay? That's the difference. Now, in the streets, you had, they say 1,000 parts of play. Street life, there's 1,000 parts of play. So every day, you put on a different persona, a different personality, but it all still had to be what? Cool. Simple as that. Some days I feel like dressing up, I go gangster, I go three-piece and dapped out. Some days I feel like going punk, I got cut up stuff, and but it was all Still cool. That's my point. And the dude, there's a phrase, he's the only one that was cool. That's why he's the dude. That dude is that dude. Yeah, I'm the son of that dude. Moving on. Hey, I didn't make it that way. I was born into that one. So I had to make my own decision after that. But yeah, that's where I come from. And on the streets, okay, you have what they call reputation. Now you got these, they get reputation from singing and saying whatever. No, back in my day, you got your reputation from what? It was made by what you did, not what you said. Other people gonna talk about what you did. That's reputation. I got one. I earned one. I built one. I had two, matter of fact. Break that down to you as we go. See, I was lucky. Moving on. The streets, again, was my life. I did them most of my life. I'm in the neighborhood now where we ain't got streets. So, nonetheless, again, you move on. Okay. But I learned how to fight, how to box before I was 6. Okay. And that was one of the ways to get along. By the time I was 9, that guy right there had me parent rolling 7, smoking joints, sniffing glue, and downing wine. Okay? At the age of 9, okay? Again, by the time I was 7, I was doing that. At the age of 9, I had a bad game of pool. And how did I learn it? Playing hooky from school at the tender age of 9. Shh. Nobody. But these are things that I was allowed to do in the streets. Encouraging. All right, where am I? Okay, all right, here we go. Now, I learned, okay, how to box, how to fight by the age of 6. By the time I was 10, 11 years old, listen, I was cool. Okay, understand that. Why? Because I was being groomed. I didn't know it. My old man was doing the Miyagi. He teaching me every little tricks of the trade. I knew. And I played by the street rules, okay? What? Oh, and I could, back in my day, and would knock a sucker out with the right or left hook. Why? I learned how to box early in life, so that wasn't a problem for me. Moving on. If you couldn't defend yourself, okay, defending yourself was a must. How about that? Where I come from, the projects on the streets, if you couldn't defend yourself, you couldn't defend yourself, what's going to happen? Oh, somebody else is going to control you. That lifestyle that's in prison they got now, that come from the street, that come from us. Okay, man, listen, they run all over you. Simple as that. So reputation was important. Why? I tell people, I lived on 18th Street, Avon Avenue. I can go anywhere and know. I had to walk to Wickway Park to practice football. I walked through everybody's neighborhood, Hawthorne Avenue, Clinton Avenue, I went through all of them. Comfortable. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. And back then, I was a ball player. I was an athlete. Put my football equipment on. I played for PAL, played for Boys Club. So wherever I walked through, I got a helmet in my hand, and I got a free pass. How about that? That was early in life. I pop one football. Okay, I walked all over town in Newark. Now, where's we at? Okay. Now, I love the street. I love the street life. I relish the streets. My mother said, you just want to run the streets. Yeah, I ran the streets. I was hooked on the streets. And watch this. I did whatever I had to do on the streets to survive. And sometimes it was to stay alive. I was in life or death situation on a regular basis. So all that don't mean it ain't that big a deal. I gave you the near life situation. Y'all could care less about that. So talking about no, accolades don't need to do that. I'm teaching. I'm just using it as a tool to teach a concept. Now, if I met you on the streets or wherever, it was because you had something and I had something that we can put together and do something that way. If you didn't bring nothing to the table, if you didn't have nothing, my man, we got nothing in common. Why? I got something. Street smarts, okay? I'll leave out my house with nothing in my pocket. Come home pocket full of money and anything else I might want to get along the way. Using this, okay? Again, the streets. I was the son of a hustler. This is his bio. Number runner, proficient gambler, dice man. That's how I learned how to pad roll. And pimp. For the women, ladies, man. And okay, I'm just saying, I was brought up in that. That's what he had for me. That's what he gave to me. And at the first, before I knew any better, I used it. What else I'm supposed to do? Again, that part of my life. Again, the street life. Everyone back in my day knew my old man. I was still young. Listen, I was covered from the old heads, so I had a problem with them on the streets. Now, he had reputation, and he had rep in this town, okay? From there to there, and that was his thing. I don't know nothing about that. But, yeah, understand this. I was known back in the day on the streets from the old heads as Bill's son. Quick story, I can't get around. I've never been so proud of being Bill's son when I got caught red-handed, all my works, setting up shop down at the, back down in Lincoln Motel, we called the Zanzibar. They came in the room, everything, triple beam, everything, the works. I'm done. In my mind, it's a wrap, okay, oh yeah. Finale, it was just, look at here. I'm sitting there, they waiting for the boss to come in, they talking smack, I'm disassociated, all that, I don't know whether shit or go blind. I'm in a bad predicament. The guy came in, I don't want to mention his name, but he said, man, that's what y'all got? You know who that is? That's Bill's son. Thank you, dude. They gave me all my stuff back and let me go do what I was doing. Moving on. This, again, real life story, back in the street life, moving on. All right, now the streets was where life was lived, went daily. If you was about that, that's where you need to be. If you ain't about that, no. Back in my day, if you wasn't down, you shouldn't be hanging around. Why? You gonna get beat. If you ain't one of us, we know, and you the only one don't know, and we let you find out real quick. Moving on, okay? I had street rap from my old man, okay? That was the old heads, the old guy. But I earned my own street rap from my peers with what? I handled my business. Simple as that. We had a playground, Madison had a playground. That's where everybody did their work at. I did too. Handle my business right out there in the playground so everybody would know. Moving on. Again, a well-placed butt whipping goes a long way. Because everybody talk about it. Years later, they still talk about that butt whipping I put down back in 1975. Just saying. Okay. Again, the street. That's what you can do. You can live off your rap if you built it up. Now, wait a minute, where we at? Now, in the streets, you can't have or earn respect without what? Doing something to get it. You just can't be respected. Not like that. And guess what? Just like working for God. When I worked on the streets, I did it that way. And guess what? It works the same way with blessings. You put good work in, you get blessed for that. Hello. I'm loving this philosophy. Why? I can do this. I did it the other way. It works like a charm this way too. It worked the other way. So if it worked, again, the principles don't care how you use them. They just work. If you use them for the good, okay. Some people use it for the bad. That's their choice. Again, the principle don't care. It's just being the principle. Again, that's the laws. That's God's law. You can break them if you want to. There's price to pay. Moving on. Like anything else in life. God, when you get blessings from God, you had to what? Put the work in and earn it. On the streets, you got a reputation. You had to put the work in and earn it. That's what I'm trying to give you the analogy. And in teaching, if you can find a universal analogy that people can relate to, it's easier to get their attention. It's easier to teach them when they can understand and relate what you're talking to. Me trying to tell a whole bunch of fancy big words, that ain't helping nobody who don't know what their words mean. So I talk to the people on their level, that's all. And when you're doing that, God understands all levels, so that don't make a difference with him. But when you're dealing with people, you got to meet them where they can be comfortable. And when you have earned a reputation in the hood, you didn't just get them, you earned them. You didn't just... The stick-up man wasn't a stick-up man because he said he was a stick-up man. Killers wasn't killers because they said he was... No. You know who the killers were because they was the one doing the killing. Stick Up Man was the one doing the sticking up. And the same way, but not today. It's a whole different animal. I can't run the street. Why? They ain't what it used to be. I got the game back in, 84. So, yeah. But from 72 to 84, that was my life. Street life. Moving on. Good and bad. Okay? I look back and laugh at it now. Yeah. All right, let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. And in the words of my pastor, it don't take long to tell the truth. Let me get this out the way. If you can make it on the streets in Newark, Brick City, man, listen, everything else is easy in life. That's just my philosophy. Why? To me, why? Ain't nothing harder than what I went through. Quick lesson, quick joke. I tell God, Lord, if teaching how to get to you was, my calling and whatever, I'm feeling like this, I'm a job, I'm mission, and I'm all in, I'm gun-ho, been doing it for the last 5 years. Okay, but I said, Lord, you've been creating miracles, and they still don't follow or listen to you. He said, that's not your job. Your job is to get into me. I'll take it from there. Got it. I said, but if this was my mission, why you take me through all that stuff? He said, that's how you got the job. It don't get no better than that. Moving on. Getting no misty. All right. I grew up in the projects. Okay. I sold drugs. Okay, I went to prison. Okay, and after that got changed. The picture back there, that's him in transformation right there, putting it all together. Son, father, and me. I'm still doing what I'm doing. He's doing what he's doing. Guess what? I got 3 grandsons, and ain't none of them been in the streets. Moving on, it can be done outside the streets. That's what I'm saying. Like my pastor say, streets of old, and now the streets of gold. I'm giving knowledge, not a whole bunch of ignorant concepts and viewpoints that lands you somewhere or maybe in the graveyard. I'm teaching life lessons. That's my mission now. That's what I'm on. Let's go. Let me wrap this up. Now, I put a lot of time, energy, and effort into bettering myself first after what I got out of prison in 84. I've been on this mission since then. And now, after I've reached a certain level of knowing and good knowledge, now I do the same thing into what? Teaching my right thinking philosophy daily. I put work in. I put the work in all morning. The sun is up. I've been doing this before the sun come up. I'm still putting in the work. And back in the day, I would do the same thing, doing wrong. Now I'm doing good work, so it feels good. It's very rewarding. Monetarily, don't care. Very rewarding. I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor. We're starting to be getting better as a people. That's my goal. All right, let me wrap this up. Now, I'm built to handle whatever situation I'm confronted with or that I put myself in. Either way it go, because what I've been through in my life, I'm good to go. You can't do nothing to me. Yes, now, again, my streets of old, for someone who pay attention, listen to me, it be their streets of gold. I'm giving you knowledge about the streets. I ain't trying to get you to go back out there on them. No, there we are. They ain't what they used to be. But it's lesson I learned from them, I can pass on to you. You ain't got to experience it. All you got to do is pay attention, learn, and understand it. That's what I do for you. Hope you got the message. Street life was my best life. Now, it's still, why? Because I can still teach what I learned from that life. It ain't changed. I still love it. Let's go. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Right thinkers, in closing, may y'all live to be 100 me, 100 minus a day. So I never know if my street life lovers have passed away. I enjoy doing this.